thank you for tuning in to the KOA Nuggets Radio Network. We are here looking at upcoming 2023 free agents here in the NBA. Who do you think is going to be the biggest free agent this season, Ryan?
I think it's going to be a guy who was very, very good in the past, but then really struggled this year with this terrible Lakers team. I think it's Russell Westbrook. Like, how do you do that terrible with a team? He's got to get his head on point. Like, it's just been so terrible. Like, if he can be back with Bradley Beal, I think that'd be. Well, no, just join with Bradley Beal, not go back because John Wall was with Bradley Beal before. But Russell Westbrook, Russ, and Bradley Beal, I think that would be a great point guard and shooting guard combo. Great 1 and 2 combo. That would be great. I don't know where they're playing. Maybe Houston, maybe Washington. Maybe even OKC. I think going back there would revitalize Russell Westbrook's career. And like, he was just so good. You would hear about him every night getting triple doubles and him doing all this other great stuff. He was an MVP for years to come, but it didn't happen like that in LA. What do you think?
To me, obviously the Nuggets have to re-sign Nikola Jokic. He single-handedly got them into the playoffs, single-handedly with all their other injuries. But to me, what will happen with James Harden? Because he struggled so much after his trade that included Ben Simmons, that I just have a feeling that although they got so many draft picks, I have a feeling that he wouldn't want to stay there, that he would rather move somewhere else to a place in which he will have a bigger impact and a chance of him winning NBA championship.
I think they still won that trade though. The Sixers definitely beat them.
Da-da-da. Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that Sixers center Joel Embiid has requested a trade from the 76ers. He spoke with general manager Daryl Morey this morning to express his interest to find a new home for him.
Wow, that is huge breaking news, knowing that we were just talking about the 76ers and how they're winning that trade, but now with Joel Embiid wanting a trade, I have a feeling that he thinks that with James Harden looking like that he might switch teams, that he doesn't have a chance to get a championship and at the 76ers. So I'm feeling he might want to trade to somewhere else where he has a chance of winning an NBA championship.
This has been a total bust in the last 10 years, ever since this trust the process rebuild by the 76ers. Now it's kind of falling out of whack, and now they need to rebuild again. But, they have some key pieces that they could use. They just need to get another center, maybe another wing. But other than that, I think this 76ers team is still pretty good. They just need to get two new players in return, or some draft picks that could build up this still already really young team. I think he goes to the Clippers. I think that would make a lot of sense with Paul George and Kawhi, and then add in Joel Embiid. That would be a great team for the Clippers, and I would love to see that Clippers getting a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think he'll go?
To me, my guess is that he is going to go to a different team in the Western Conference. My guess is I could see him going to a team that has like a top point guard like Memphis or Dallas that have Luka Doncic or John Morant. Like, I could see him going there, so that way they not only have a top guard, but that way they can also have a top big that they can pass the ball inside to, that can make offensive rebounds, give second chance looks, or make some layups or ducks in the paint, with those guys being on the outside or mid range, being able to. And those two can make a big dynamic duo for whichever side I feel like that he would go to.
How many picks do you think that would take to trade for Joel Embiid?
To me, Joel Embiid, he is, in my opinion, the second best player this season. So I have a feeling that, because you also have to deal with the stipend rule, I have a feeling that he might catch a first rounder this year, a first rounder in 2025, and then I could see him also getting a couple second round draft picks as well.
To me, I see 3 first-round draft picks, a second, and 1 decent player. But that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
On the KOA Nuggets Radio Network.